Okay, guys and girls, welcome back to FTRL for the third but second round of the F2 Championship for this season. Obviously, after last week's one was cancelled due to PlayStation issues. The F2 guys are certainly going to make up for lost time tonight by driving around the streets of Baku for our viewing pleasure. Joining me in the box, as usual, is Panda, and we also have a Simon. Good evening, chaps.
Good evening.
How are we?
Hello. Yeah, not too bad.
Good. Goody good. Right, so Baku. Obviously, the guys last week had to miss out on the French Grand Prix due to the PlayStation issues, and we agreed that we would cancel that one for the season. Any more that have that problem, obviously, we'll add them on to the end of the season. But 2 weeks without a race for these guys, do you think any of them are going to be rusty, maybe a bit too over keen, possibly? Could that be a thing?
I don't know about rusty. I mean, we know quite a few of them have been putting some time in practicing. Stocky's making his season debut tonight. Missed the first two races because of holiday, so it's his first one tonight, so we'll see what he's up to. But
yep.
Yeah, I think everyone should be okay.
Nice. Well, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think we should be alright. If anything, some people might have put a bit more practice in because they don't have to worry about France, but it definitely works out in Stocky's favour, since one of those races that he misses, he doesn't actually have to count.
Yeah, exactly. So it's quite fortunate for him. Just looking at the brilliant graphic made by Mr. Joe Burns for the F2 driver standing. So just after the one round, FTRL Oxy, or Oxfox as we know him, is currently our championship leader in the Mercedes. He actually got pole and the win in the first race this season at Bahrain. So with his teammate LR Cooper, or CPI Harry as he's now known, it's probably going to be many different names throughout the season, is missing this evening, so he's got to carry the burden of Mercedes on his own shoulders. So I know he was quite keen to try and get a lead on Stocky in his absence, and obviously last week would have really hurt Ox, so let's wait and see what he can deliver tonight. But yeah, so Ox is in the lead, then we've got LR Cooper in second place, and we've got division admin Joe Burns in the McLaren in third after that epic battle with Pagani in Bahrain, just nipping Pagani on the final lap of the race. And then we've got FTRL Bottle in fifth, LR Deneen in sixth, and then we've got three Nexus boys of Iceman, Aspect and Cats in that order, and then Catamise or FTRL Cat rounding off the top 10. So 16 drivers, bit more like it. We've still got a few guys missing on holiday and so on, but that will obviously soon change once they all come back. We'll get back to normality. But yeah, it's should be an absolute cracker tonight, if last night's anything to go by. Do you want to inform anybody that might have missed it what happened last night, Will?
Well, to sum up, really, it was a fairly normal race up until lap 30, I think it was, or how many laps there are, last 5 laps. The safety car actually made an appearance in the Codemasters F1 game.
It did.
Turned it into a 5-lap shootout with everyone on the fast tyres, bar Connor on the mediums, and then both the Ferraris took each other out, ending up with the unfortunate collision with Aaron as well. And I mean, I won somehow.
Yeah,
it was.
You did
it was a crazy race. Crazy race.
It was indeed. You did a good last night, didn't you, Will?
Yeah, did a good.
You did a very good.
Right, so I'm going to put you chaps on the spot. Now, we know pretty much all but a couple of drivers in this division. It's considerably stronger than what it was last season, with all due respect. Now, it's very competitive, but can you predict or give me a couple of people who you might think will be ones to watch this evening?
Well, one that jumps out at me straight away would be Stocky.
Yep.
I think LR Deneen will be another.
Yep.
And I would expect probably Ox to be running at the front as well.
Okay, Will?
I'd agree with that. I think difference in medium and softs in quali is just over a second, so that makes Ox and Stocky pretty close. And I think Cat's done a pretty respectable lap there in second, former Div 1 F1 driver.
I mean, you can get away with it because Div 1 it used to be called Div 1, didn't it? So you can get away with that. If you're talking in past tense, I'll let you off.
Oh god. But anyway, that's a good lap from Cat. So I think those three, and then Deneen as well.
Yep.
Be pretty good this season, I think.
Well, there we go. Well, I've said in the first round that I think LR Deneen is going to be a very, very good addition to the league. Now, he had real unfortunate incidents in Bahrain, and he still managed to pick himself up. I think it was P6, something like that.
Something like that.
So he's he's definitely one to watch from me. Oh, Pagani.
Through the castle section.
Well, yeah, this is the point I was just about to get onto. Obviously, Azerbaijan is a very sort of long, twisty sort of street circuit, very challenging circuit. Do you think? How can I phrase this? It's one of those sort of tracks where I think to myself, like, we could see maybe a few upset results. And especially this early in the season, people are going to be really trying to cement their pace at the top and so on. I've got a feeling that we might see a few upsets tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, this one popping up quite early in the season. I mean, we saw it last night. Not saying that Will winning was an upset. I'd be expecting him to be on the podium anyway, but it's just the way it came about.
Yeah.
I think with that drama at the end, it really turned the race right on its head.
Definitely did, yeah.
So yeah, if you could see anything tonight around here.
Yeah,
like someone could lose it in the castle section and completely block the road, and that could alter a race for a fair few people.
Exactly. Well, we saw a safety car last night. I think we would be very fortunate to see two in a row. Oh dear, Steph's in the Walter Castle section. If anything like that happens in the race, then you never know. We might see two in a row. But yeah, I'm going to... Oh, Stocky goes pole by...
That's a good lap.
That's a very, very good lap, yeah.
Very good lap.
Very
I'm
impressive
looking
lap.
forward to the battle potentially between Deneen and Iceman. They look pretty close, and they seem to do some pretty mature racing in Bahrain.
Yeah,
so
they're both very,
that
very
should be
good
a
drivers,
pretty good
actually. Yeah, Nexus Iceman is one that's kind of gone under the radar a little bit. So, Ox has responded. Look at that. Look how close they are, them two. I think this is going to be a theme. We're going to see this for the entire season, I think, between those two. Now, the two Renault boys,
well.
just thinking about it, they both had an absolute stinker in the last race, didn't they? Cat and me's getting a point. I think they both started in the last sort of 2 or 3 cars as well. So
yeah, I think Jesper started from the back, from the very back, and Cats wasn't too far in front of him either.
exactly.
So yeah.
I just want to point out sorry to cut inside, the progression of Donzo. He's currently sitting in now P8, but I know he's on the soft tyre, but even so, that's still a pretty competitive time. If you look at the fact he's only just over half a second away from Deneen and Iceman and so on, it's really good to see Don doing so well. Could he be improving? No, I think he's coming in.
Pops himself up there.
Definitely think so.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Academies, Jesper tend to start races pretty well. Academies always seems to get off the line really, really well. So I'm hoping that the guys play it fairly sensibly tonight and don't ruin anybody else's race.
I was
for their
going
own
to
kicks.
say they need to go careful tonight, because that's not a long run into turn 1.
Not at all, no. Now, so just catching up with some comments in the streams. We've got City Posh in there, Nexus Cats, Peatman's in there saying Team Ravers, Lee supporting Catamies and Jesper because of the Renault connection. Got Charles in there saying hi, let's go Pagani. Yeah, everyone's supporting different people. Got Dean in there as well saying hello. Evening, Dean. Yeah, we've got a lot of support in here tonight, so share this around on social media, guys. Let's try and get this to at least 20 people watching this live. We've currently got 16, so let's try and get a few more people on board. Lee Cole going straight in. They have a podium prediction saying Stocky, Catamise and Oxox. So Catamise for a P2. Now, we know Catamise can do that. It's just a case of, does Catamise want to do that? Because that tends to be the main question, doesn't it?
Yeah, with this track, it's always sort of struck me as basically whoever has, you know, the biggest nerve going through the castle section, you can really gain a lot of time. So all in commitment.
Commitment. We love a bit of commitment, don't we?
It's what we love it, FTRL.
Yeah.
Commitment. And yeah, a lot of time is in just, you know, throwing your car in and trying not to hit a wall.
Okay, well Dean has messaged me and said everyone wish Stocky a happy birthday. So if that is the case, we have a celebration. Could Stocky be celebrating on his birthday? So nevertheless,
Good chance.
I would, and I'm sure you gentlemen would agree with me in wishing him a very happy birthday, if it is actually his birthday and we're not having our leg pulled by somebody, because that's happened to me before. So
I'll say that's happened before.
yeah, but people always try and mug me off in as many ways as possible. Nevertheless, it's nice to see Stocky on the grid. I must admit, a bit of a soft spot for Stocky. He's a good lad. Talk to him quite a lot, and I do want him to do well. So, as I do with Oxox as well. So, to be honest with you, whoever wins F2, I'm going to be happy with.
Got the return of Metzer.
We do. I was on board with him a second ago, and I was thinking to myself, if you remember back to Bahrain, Metzer and Goy were pretty much battling for the entire race. I know Metzer had a bit of he had a couple of incidents and so on, but Goy was legitimately kind of in that race for the entire race, wasn't he? So
He was.
let's hope more of the same will happen. Pagani's currently down in 14th with a 141.4, obviously fourth in the championship at the minute. He doesn't want to leave himself in a position where he's having to try and come back through the field in Baku.
No, definitely not. I mean, you got the long straight, so it is one of the easier tracks, but it's just concentrating through the castle section, etc.
Very much so. So what I actually want to do, and Simon, if you don't mind, I want to try something new. I'm going to spring this on you, really. So I was just going to see whether if we could maybe do an on board with someone for a lap. Just talk us through a lap, if you don't mind giving that a go, because I know we all know how knowledgeable you are.
Yeah, you want the person that binged it on lap 3 last night to go through a lap of Baku, okay.
Yeah, but come on, because we all know how good you are with knowing your track and so on. Right, who's coming up to start a flying lap? Let's find someone.
I think Bendel is, unless he's just about to pit.
No, I think he's just finishing a lap. Jesper.
Well,
Let's go on board with a Jesper.
We've got Jesper. Where's Jesper? Here he is. Right. So
take us away.
So he's come out of turn 16. Needs to get as good an exit as you can. Because you're full throttle all the way from there down to turn 1. So approaching the DRS detection activation point. There it is. So he'll be doing around about 210 as he approaches the braking zone for turn 1. And he goes, clips the inside curb, gets a decent exit. Down to turn 2, probably be second gear here. Short shift up to through third and fourth. Activate the DRS. Down towards turn 3, my least favourite corner on the circuit. Little lock up. Sends him a bit deep, but he gets away with it. Into turn 4. Wide on exit, that's compromised him. Now through a tricky little chicane of 5 and 6. Took the right hander in first gear. Now this is where we get tight and twisty. Through 7, up to 8 and 9 through the castle section. Yeah, through there quite nicely, well committed. Now full throttle blast down towards turn 15. That's 13. That's 14. Both easy flat. Into 15. That's an awkward, tricky corner. He's clipped the wall. And through 16. Good exit, and it's flat to the line.
Very well played, sir.
You starting off with just Andy's come out of turn 16, that's why you do them?
Yeah, because I had no idea what turn that was. I would have guessed and gone, that's turn 37. Because it was what feels like 37 turns. Okay, so Ox.
Oh. Cat's jumped his teammate.
Okay, very close between those two. Ox is on a flying lap, so is LR Deneen. Ox is going to finish that first. I think it's probably only those two guys who can threaten for pole in this position. Pagani's on a flying lap on the medium tyres. He's going to be finishing.
He'll be looking to get ahead of the two McLaren boys.
Yeah, Pagani will try and get himself in and around that mix. Probably around a P6, P7 would be a great job from Pagani. But can he get to the high 38s? Ox is coming up to the line. This looks like it could be an improvement. 34, 36, 37. Yeah, 37.7. So Ox.
Good luck.
It took nearly 2 tenths off.
Yeah, LR Deneen is half a second up on his time though. So this could be close.
Yep, Pagani gets ahead of the McLaren boys.
Yeah, Pagani, yeah, nicely done. LR Deneen, could he take pole position here, lads? 37. Oh, that is close. P2, so Stocky's down in P3. I think that is everybody. I know Hammer Time's on a lap still.
To see 3 laps in the 37s in F2 is just showing. Oh,
I don't know what happened there. Well, Iceman had already finished anyway.
I think Iceman's AI car came through Hammer Times in low fuel mode.
Lee Cole has come in with a good question. Does anybody know how to portion rice properly? I have made too much. You can never have enough rice. Right, okay. So we're at the end of qualifying and I am properly excited for this race, I must say. I got all built up and hyped up for France last week, which is a line I never say. So we've got Ox who's taking his second pole of the season in what is 2 races for the F2 boys. LR Deneen is improving, very close to pole, occupies the P2 on the grid. Stocky and Katami's much better performance from Kat. Stocky on his first race of the season, with Jesper and Bottle on the 3rd row. Metzer looking for a better result than what he had last week, starts in P7 with Iceman in P8. He's certainly one to watch. And we've got Pagani and Hammer Time and Joe Burns 9th, 10th and 11th respectively. We're going to be close between those guys all season. I think Donzo starts P12, Prototype Stiff in 13th, Bendel in 14th, and on the final row we've got Nexus Aspect and Goy Karp to round off the grid. Let us know in the comments who you think is going to be on the podium tonight. It's Baku, so anything can happen. And I'm also going to put you gentlemen on the spot before Will takes us away for the formation lap. Give me your podiums.
I'm going to go Stocky 1, Ox 2 and Deneen 3.
Okay, Will?
I'm going to go Stocky 1, Deneen 2 and Ox 3.
I'm going to go for an Ox win. I'm going to go Stocky 2nd and Deneen 3rd. So I think we're all predicting the top 3 as they are. Michael C is in there. Peatman saying City Posh, Donzo and Ravers. Okay. Lee Cole, Mansell, Senna, Prost for the podium. Michael C is in the YouTube comments but not racing for some reason, so okay. Yeah, so right, Will, we're about to get underway for the formation lap. Highlight of my week. Take us away, my friend.
You've not got a very interesting week then.
No.
But no, we've got so anyway, we'll get going. We've got Ox on pole. He might have been on pole last week as well, actually. So that's 2 poles in a row for Ox on the softs. We've got Deneen not very far behind him at all in the Force India, showing some good racecraft. Very unlucky at the puncture in Bahrain, but I'm sure he'll be ready to fight Ox, I think, for that pole. We've got Stocky in 3rd, making his season 10 debut. Missed the last 2. Didn't lose that much points though because France was cancelled. But yeah, it's his birthday apparently, so hopefully he can get some nice points just to cap off what I'm sure is a very good birthday. Got the 2 Renaults in 4th and 5th. Much better improvement from Cat and Jess for there in the Bahrain qualifying where they were at the back of the grid. Fast stars as Aaron said, so we should see them surge up the field from off the lights. I mean, it's not a massive run into turn 1, but I imagine they'll still have a decent go at it. We've got FTRL Botto in 6th. For a person that was saying that he was completely out of touch of F1 when the season started, he's certainly not that far off. Previously known as Hammer Time 95, did get promoted in a previous season, so he should be okay, I think. Mets are in 7th for the Williams. Very excited for this race, as he said over Twitter. He was giving it loads, pretending he was the favourite, so he's got the confidence, he's got the ability to back it up. Next is Iceman, as I mentioned, very good at his racecraft, putting some good battles with his teammate. Not here his teammate, but I'm sure he'll go fine. Pagani 9th for the first guy on the mediums. I expect he'll be, after the first few laps, making some pretty decent time with Hammer Time in 10th. It must be said, all 3 of the admin guys there, 9th, 10th, 11th, all going for the mediums in quali. Joe opting for the hards, as he does get that option starting 11th, so he'll be able to go nice and deep into the race. Donzo, the big improvement from last season to this season, also gone with the hards. It's a good strategy, I think, overall. Steph, the notice is running in 13th. Hopefully his internet and PS4 holds together. We've got Bendel, also won the hards in 14th. Nexus Aspects just coming through the S's on 15th. Not a guy I know a lot about, apart from that he joined the GT League. So I hope that he can maybe inform me a little bit better starting this one down there in 15th. And Goikarp, who did put up a good showing in the Bahrain with that excellent straight line speed. This is a track where if he has that same setup again, it will definitely benefit him. But yeah, so he's just coming towards the grid and we're ready to start the race.
Well, that's my week fulfilled. Fantastic job as always, my friend. Right, so we are getting ready for lights out. Here we go. Let's keep a close eye on those 2 Renaults in 4th and 5th as we are. Lights out and away we go. I can't see too much, but yeah, it looks like Academy's had an amazing start yet. Stocky's managed to hold position, the 2 Renaults have as well. There's a little bit of contact in the background, I think there's a few slow moving cars.
Aspects.
Oh, Ox straight into the wall. I think he's overcommitted there. Completely lost the whole right hand side of his wing. So that's Ox. Not in a good position at all. It's a massive lunge from one of the Renaults. Oh dear, there we go.
That's
Jesper. There's a massive collision as well.
Yeah, that's
it's all
huge.
going on.
Oh god.
That's both Toro Rossos involved.
Yeah, both Toro
Went
Rossos.
deep again.
Yeah.
He's lost more of his wing.
Wow. Not a good start at all. I don't know where to look. Pagani's up to 5th.
on the mediums. Oh. Right. Steph. Not sure I was done that.
Wow. That was a mad start.
Well, Steph made a few positions in avoiding the carnage at turn 3 and the game's penalised him for it.
Right, well I'm sure he'll get that looked at afterwards, I would assume. Yeah, so Stocky and Deneen are already sort of pulling away. They've got 1.5 second gap to Catamese in 3rd. We've got Bottle in 4th with his teammate Pagani up 4 places already with Metzer right behind him. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Not too sure who that is at this stage. I think that was Nexus Aspect. There's a more wing of one of the Toro Rossos there. I think that might be from Donzo.
Metzer's
Yeah,
got a run for Pagani.
Donzo has no wing at all.
Yeah,
Metzer
come on,
side by side into one.
Guy going to hang it round the outside, is he? Oh! Just give enough room. Needs to give enough room. Well done.
Oh.
Well driven.
Very well done. Metzer kind of trying to scare Pagani, but
these two have got previous from Bahrain in season 8.
they have.
And of course,
Pagani going to hang it around the outside again.
Yes, it's
Pagani's got the inside line. Can he just keep it in there?
Still side by side. Oh, that's gone in deep as Metzer.
Oh, Pagani switch back, double switch back. Oh, there's some wing.
One of the McLarens lost wing. That's hammer time.
Well then, that's some brilliant racing.
That was some very good racing.
Stocky.
Oh, it's all going on.
All those funny noises are happening again.
They're happening yet.
Aaron's weird weekly noises of the week.
Stocky does that. He's going to be in position to have a run on Dineen if he gets these couple of last corners right. As is Bottle on Cap.
City Posh saying, when will this action calm down? And Peatman saying, Baku never fails to deliver. That is correct. Oh, what a run Stocky's had, yep.
What's the straight line speed like? About DRS yet, of course.
Bit of slipstream to help.
Oh, that straight line's good as Deneen though.
Sheer willpower.
Yeah, he's going to have to go a long way.
Well, Stocky turned his car down to 1 ERS mode then. I mean, I don't think he'll make that work just yet.
Cat spending
Stocky's got 82% battery, Deneen is 36, so... Yep.
Yeah. Been using that slipstream to save some battery. Here he goes though. This is a tricky corner. There we go, Stocky into the lead. Nice move. Nice clean move. Yeah.
Katami's up there with Bottle. Pagani is just going to sit behind Metzer. I don't think he's going to be in any sort of rush at this stage. He's in no ERS mode, which is very smart of him.
Lap 4, lap 5, I think the mediums will come quicker than the softs, so if he can hang on till then.
Yeah, I'm sure he will do. I'm going to, I'm hoping he's going to have a very good result from the position he's in. Has he had a flag in sector 3 again? Okay, Ox has got it all to do, down 11 places.
Yeah, he certainly has.
Joe Burns starting on those hard tyres, he's had to pit already.
Spot damage.
I mean, will he be able to do a double medium run? Will he have those tyres available to him?
Not sure.
I know he used a set of mediums in qualifying.
I mean, double mediums would get him to the end.
I was going to say, he's only put one flying lap on the other set of mediums he's got available, so they won't be in too bad shape.
Right, Katami's and Bottle have caught up to the front two now. I don't know, why is the game is giving me some awful angles for the start of this race.
It seems like Stocky just threw that middle sector.
Oh my god, that's close.
Did he hit the wall?
No, I
he
think
missed the wall, but he went really deep into turn 1.
Oh, Katami's has hit the wall, but he's more sort of side on. Next is that Iceman is very close to hammer time as well. This could be a move from the Haas driver. He's not had the best exit, I don't think.
It's caught right up to these front two. So three-way battle.
Joe Burns going quickest. That's not a line I'll say very often.
Poor man.
No, good lad is Joe Burns. Gets a lot of stick.
A lot.
He takes it well.
That's not something we should broadcast, Simon, especially not this early. Sorry, I've just lowered the tone already. Yeah. Anyway, cars.
Onto the race.
Racing. Yeah.
Yes, racing. But yeah, it seems like through that middle sector, the Titan 50 picks, Stocky just seems to be a little bit quicker than Deneen.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Pagani.
I'd say Pagani's really starting to get the upper hand on Metzer now.
Yeah. He'll have a go, I think. He just lifted off. He's been very sensible, is Pagani. He's not leaving it late on the brakes or anything like that. Jesper has left the session.
And DNF'd.
Yeah, he's not a great exit, Pagani, but...
No, I don't think he'll be too fast. He's got 87% battery. He's, I think he'll have a good run on him here, I think.
I just think that tyre grip's starting to swing.
Yeah, here he comes. Metzer's moving a bit too much.
Twisted.
Oh, Bottle's retired. Has he hit the pit lane? Oh dear.
I don't think he's hit it. I think he's just retired.
So it's Pagani past Metzer. Oh, Metzer's had a massive slide, so that's let Pagani go. Pagani's off.
He is, he's unleashed.
have unleashed a wild Paganoir.
Yeah, this is, from what Dutch was saying, he picked on map 4. This is too early to do the one stuff onto the hards, really.
Yep.
So we've seen Iceman just come out on the hards. It's going to be a long way for him. Map 6 really is probably your best bet for the one stop.
It certainly is. Right. The closest battle on track we've got is the one for the between the top 3.
Not a bad place around it.
Not at all. Goy Carp currently running in P8.
It's also worth keeping an eye on that gap between Pagani and Cat now. Now that Pagani's got some free air.
Very much so.
Dineen just ran a bit wide and hit the wall. It was tyre face against the wall, so no damage done.
Yellow flag sector 2, Goy Carp.
Is that Goy?
Oh no,
He
it's
was having a
Goy.
good race as well.
Just keep going though, Goy.
Lost all his wing. Oh, Joe Burns coming round.
Just keep going, Goy.
Yeah,
Anything
Goy
can
did well
happen.
to
We've
get
seen that
wagering.
last night. Oh, Goy.
Dineen's had a moment. He's dropped off Socket.
Well, there we go. Catamies had the opportunity to lunge there and didn't take it, so good on you,
He was
Catamies.
just a bit too far back for it.
No, good to see though. Playing this smart. Catamies is in with a shout of winning this.
Here he goes.
Metz
He'll
is in
do
the
it here.
pits.
Yeah, Metz is pitted.
Yeah.
Cat's past Dineen.
Nice clean move.
Very nicely done.
Garney is bringing that gap down. He's gained half a second in the last lap.
Yes.
Now he's gained another 3
even more
tenths.
than that, yeah. Well, the more these two start scrapping, the more it's going to favour Pagani. And the thing is, with the front 3 on the soft tyre, they're going to be pitting a lot earlier than Pagani. So Pagani's going to be able to push those hards a lot more than what they are. Because they're going to have to make them last considerably longer. So, unfortunately lost FTRL Bottle and FTRL Jesper from this race. Now the field is pretty well spread out. Oh, yellow sector 2, next is Aspects. Nope. It's Goy again. No, it's not. That's
I
weird.
don't know who it is. Who knows? Oh,
LR's Dineen.
It was Dineen. Dineen's lost place. And his wing, I think.
Hasn't lost any wing. Oh, he's got a puncture again.
He's got puncture again.
What is it with him getting punctures? He had one in Bahrain.
What does he do?
Well, I don't really know.
I mean, at first you think it's just unlucky, but...
Oh, he's spun.
no.
He's gone.
I mean, how's he kept hold of that? Hammer time goes through. Hammer time's in P4.
Steph
With wing damage.
as well. Here come the pit stops on lap 6, as expected from Cat and Stocky. Yanni carries on, also as expected. Yeah,
Oh.
that's twice now Dineen's had incredibly early punctures. I mean, first
Yeah.
you'd think it was bad luck, but 2 in a row.
Exactly. Now, this is the most important phase of the race, especially for Pagani. He needs to...
He needs to push.
Yeah, he needs to push to maybe lap 12, 11, 12, something like that.
Got Lee saying could see the soft at 70% now. So maybe if he was having a few slides out the corners, he could have brought it to puncture range, but
Okay,
surprising yet again.
Okay, so we just had a message in from Dean saying Stocky just got held in the boxes off 3 seconds and he's ended up behind Catamies.
Oh wow. So that's
So
quite in the
Catamies
net.
is your
First.
net leader.
Interesting. I'm sure Stocky's going to be pretty keen to charge that down.
Now,
Metzer as well, as we said. Currently on maybe for a third.
Now, I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm not sure if Catamies has ever won a division race, a normal divisions race in FTRL. I think he's won 1 or 2 performance races. I don't think he has ever won a normal division race.
I've got a feeling you could be right in saying
And
that.
Catamies has literally been in FTRL since the very, very first race we ever did over 2 years ago. There we go,
Stocky
fact of
is
the day.
gaining, though.
Stocky is gaining correct, but at this
6
stage,
tenths.
he is your net leader. Deneen is on the back of Donzo. Look how much time he's lost. I feel for him so much.
It's happened again.
Yeah, maybe he just needs to pit a bit earlier.
Maybe if he stopped just...
FTRL bottle in there saying, come on Stocky, unlucky tonight mate, please let us know what happened.
22 viewers as well. It's good to see.
Here comes Deneen on Donzo.
He's on the charge.
Yeah, Donzo not fighting at all.
It's nice to see Donzo there. He's still in hunt for the points. Because I do remember his debut, it was Div 2 then, but F2 race for in Australia, and he was sort of trying to let people by as he was getting the blue flag, so it's good to see he's improving.
Yep. Oh, he's improved massively.
Well, Stocky's half that deficit to Cat.
Yeah, Dan Summers saying, pretty sure Katami's won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in performance driving a Ferrari, yeah. So I'm talking like in normal, like what was Div 1 or Div 2. I don't think he's ever won one of those. I think he's only ever won performance races. Katami's right on the back of Steph.
Oh, Stocky took a lot of cover. We saw Dutch and Zach doing that. I don't know how they do it, but Stocky seems to copy.
I've attempted to do it, didn't go well.
Yeah, Cat is being held up a little bit by Steph here, so Stocky's gaining quicker than he would usually.
Zom's in there saying, all seems quite clean so far. What's the betting on rain for F3? Probably quite high.
Here goes Cat.
Yeah, Katami's gets that move done. Steph just letting them know he's there. Right, so who is left to pit? Just Steph and Pagani.
Oh, Pagani did just tag the wall. I hope he hasn't got any damage from that.
What side? Right side?
Yeah, right side.
Doesn't look like it. Pagani just needs to sort of chill. I mean, he's got a 13-second gap. It's probably how long on average? About 20 seconds maybe? 20 to 22 seconds for a pit stop. So when Pagani comes out, he's going to be on much fresher tyres.
My bottle saying he clipped his wing on the S's and carried too much speed into the pit lane.
All Stocky on Steph.
Ooh.
So maybe Bottle did indeed do a Mac course.
Oh, Steph, that was very, very close. Stocky just needs to be patient here.
As I said, Donzo is
Just needs to be patient. Oh, gets that done. It's another weird noise. I'm good at I'm good at doing those, aren't I?
So that was a good one.
It's your new special time.
Yeah. That's what I hear when Matt calls talks to me. Huh?
You like a word of the day? Have you not got one yet?
I say one earlier.
I don't think so.
I'm sure I'll find one. I like a good word of the day. That's noise of the day.
I'll say he's gone from words, he's now just making noises.
Yeah, we'll roll with it.
Pagani, in the pits he goes.
That's early.
It is early. I mean, he's still got the tyre advantage, but only 3 or 4 laps.
Maybe he's just trying to cover himself off. Where's Metzer? Metzer's going to go past him, I think. No, he's not.
No.
It's a complete lie from me.
Not that far. He's on a net third. He's Pagani, so not a bad result.
And
so far.
he is only a few seconds behind these front runners.
With fresher tyres.
With fresher tyres.
Yeah,
Important phase for Pagani.
About to go into battle.
Pagani needs to turn down his DRS and save it, because he's naturally going to be closer to those guys.
People did question about, the surprise of Ox being in F2, but I think you could see here with him turning off all the assists. He always said 1 lap pace was there, but he's going to struggle in the race, and I think you can see that.
Can indeed. Yeah, Pagani's flying already. He's made up a second on Metzer and he's made up a second on Steph.
It's impressive considering the cold tyres.
It is. We just need to see a patient Pagani.
Cat didn't have the best run through 15.
I wonder if Dan's in a party with Pagani at the moment.
Yeah, Stocky's got a pretty good run here. For the race lead.
Here we go, Stocky.
Oh,
Little squeeze. Oh god, I get the worst camera angles ever.
that was a good noise from me there as well, just to add to your sort of collection.
Left pit, that's one less car for Pagani to overtake.
It is indeed. Big Bets is on for a P4 as it currently stands. Iceman 5th, Joe Burns in 6th, and he's right on the back of him. He's gone under the radar there, hasn't
he? Yeah, it's got to pit, as Joe, though, obviously, on the mediums.
Good point.
But yeah, Iceman is going to really struggle with the tyres at the end of the race.
So Oxox is going to have to pit again, I would imagine. He's pitted on lap 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's on mediums. So Oxox has to pit, Joe Burns has to pit. Where's Nexus Iceman? He's on hards, Metz is on hards, okay. So FTRL Hammer Time's in a net P6 at the moment.
And he's just taking a couple of attempts with that chicane. I don't think we've seen any penalties for the top sort of 5.
No, I haven't really seen many, other than for prototype Steph.
Yeah, we have got the new rule for the constructors team, so maybe that's on people's minds a bit.
A lovely helicopter shot of Pagani.
Oh, he loves the helicopter shot.
That he does, yeah. He's a fan of those.
Yeah, Pagani, he's bringing that gap down.
Well, Lico was saying, I think Catmies and Stocky could be close on tyres come the end of the race. Now that's a very good point. As we're approaching the halfway point of the race, still got a helicopter shot of Pagani. It's just absolutely treating us. I mean, yeah, Pagani's he's flying. Joe Burns is going to have a look. He's going to have a look at the Iceman. Look at the speed.
Gaining.
Yeah. Pulls in front.
He's gone deep.
That's a bit deep.
It was straightforward to the braking.
Wow.
It's the Goy Carp School of Overtaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Goy, in a scrap with Bendel.
Ooh, Goy's had a
one for the ages. This one.
Yeah, this is what everyone tunes in for.
This is the main focal point.
Yeah.
Bendel not turning up as ERS.
No, I think he's not too confident on those mediums through the S's, I don't think.
No,
through the S,
I mean, Goy's in overtake mode with no one to overtake, so, you know, he's going for it.
Pace. Cat is dropping off from Stocky now, 2 seconds behind. Garney's closing in 1.7.
Yep. Certainly is right. Joe and Iceman are still very close. I imagine we're going to see a move from Mr. Joe Burns.
Well, he's had a practice move.
Yeah, let's see if we can make it stick this time. And then Metzer's only a couple of seconds up the road. Pagani's pulled 2 seconds on Metzer since his pit stop 2 laps ago.
Yeah, at the minute those hards will be pretty similar. So it's later on that Pagani's going to see the real benefit.
Yeah. Gaining. I think he's close enough this time. He's got some serious speed though, hasn't he?
Very wide. He likes a good wide turn in, as Joey did it in Mexico as well.
So he does ERS. But these two actually catching Metzer whilst having a little scrap.
Ox has gained 3 seconds on Joe Burns in the past sort of 3 or 4 laps. So he's just seen him. They've just come into his sights, so that'd be spurring him on. Pagani 1.3 seconds now. He can very much see Cat.
I mean, from that distance, he can almost smell the exhaust fumes off of that Renault.
Certainly can. Oh, he's going. Oh God! Oh, he went in deep through the castle section and it scared
Who did?
Yeah, he did that in qualifying. It
Pagani.
made me very nervous.
Just keep his head, play it cool. Don't push too
Playing
hard.
a bit cooler than we are. Nexus aspect picks for the mediums. Changing his win as well.
Here comes Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns. Yeah, Metzer is looming into view now of Iceman actually. I think he's slowly losing time.
Yeah, massively.
Yeah,
Here he
Joe's
comes.
much closer this time through.
Yep.
And Pagani
Come on,
just
Monty.
licks DRS. So he's closed himself in a bit.
Oh, Joe left that late. Christ. Nearly a Gasly and Albon incident. Can Joe
Has he
break
got it
this
slowed down
time?
This time? Yep.
Yeah,
Nice
learn
one,
from his
very
lessons,
nearly
Joe
fixed
Burns.
it. Oh, yeah. Pagani, DRS now of Cat. Yeah, Cat is falling off stocky, has to be said.
I mean, he's got that move done, but I would say that Joe would be pitting pretty soon.
Pagani right on the back of Katamise now. He's had Jeff on the radio, 10-minute push. Dan Summers saying that Joe and Tell are Mr. Burns and Smithers. I mean, that would imply that one of them's clever. So,
Some more stick there for Joe Burns.
yeah, it's just Joe Burns, isn't it? He'll laugh
yeah,
back
it's
at
in
it.
DRS of Metzer now.
Makes me laugh. He does such a good job and really neutral on the F1 comms, and then we come in here and just slate him.
Yeah, Pagani's in a very good position here.
Has Bendel done a... Oh no, Bendel's in the pits. Is he stuck in the pits? No, he's not.
Here comes Pagani. I always get nervous. Yeah, he's on the outside.
So he was already ahead
Good
before he
speed.
opened the DRS flap.
Into second place.
Yanni's up to
Joe's caught
P2.
right up to the back of Metzer.
Right, Katamise is up into hot lap.
I don't know what Joe's done, but his tyres seem to be getting better the more he drives on them.
Here goes Cat.
Katamise. Yeah, going back, that's going to annoy Pagani. Don't squeeze him
Ooh.
off.
See. Joe and Metz were doing the same thing behind him. It's a good one.
Yeah, and that one wasn't even me.
No. Whoa, you don't go side by side there.
banging.
Or maybe you do. Oh, slow on the brakes from Pagani.
Right, someone's got to
Stop,
yield.
Stop, stop.
Someone's got
Stop.
to back out of this.
That, Jesus Christ.
I mean, if you had to pick two drivers who weren't going to back out of it going into the castle section and put them together, it probably would be Pagani and Cat.
Oh,
Cat's
Katamise's
in the
wall.
wall, that's his
Yeah.
wing gone.
Yeah. Oh, see, I would have gone for Goy Karp and
Donson.
Bendel.
Go Carlton Bender.
Yeah. So Pagani now has the room to run away.
Yeah,
Mr.
Pagani.
Burns got past Metzer in all of that.
Yeah, Pagani is just... He's just lit up the YouTube comments, has to be said.
Has
Cat,
indeed.
Lennon, Dan, everyone's just...
Joe Pitts, Ox carries
Very
on,
happy
his,
with that
on the
move.
back of Iceman.
Yeah, we've now got sort of a battle between the hard runners and the medium runners of Ox and Joe.
Next is Pagani tried to murder. I don't understand that comment at all. Pagani tried to murder him, came in like a torpedo.
I mean, he was ahead going into the corner, so it gives him the right.
Yeah. I think that's some. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to ignore that comment.
Oh, it's a big joke apparently. So there we go.
Oh, I was going to say
What's happened there is we've had our leg pulled again.
we have. Yeah, it always happens.
Right, Joe's come out of the pits, 4 seconds behind his teammate on a fresh set of medium tyres.
I think
I'm
if we
excited on the hards, Joe. Actually, so
if we look at it this way, what we got to think about was the fact of everyone's going, oh my god, that's risky, that's risky. Let's just flip it on its head for a second and say how amazing that driving was that they did all of that without any sort of contact.
It was brilliant. Yeah.
very nice. That'll be going in the either the next season build up or end of season roundup, whichever one happens.
I've already saved video clip.
Yeah, Dan's made a good point. Stocky's leading on his birthday, in quotation marks, if it actually is. So.
Yeah, I love how we're sitting there mocking the fact it's his birthday when it genuinely could be his birthday. Who's that in the pits? Metzer.
Metzer.
Interesting.
Yeah, he either decided he wasn't going to make it on those hards or has damaged his wing.
Oh, Hammertime's lagged out, yeah.
God.
And Ox carrying on that medium tyre. He's up to
softs. Is he going on softs?
He's going to go.
Have to do it. Keep going a bit longer. Deneen, as we said, is not really fighting back.
How many pits has he made? Just one. No, he's not. It's just not coming together for him, is it?
Oh, he has got wing damage actually on his left end plate.
I know he's got a time penalty. Yeah, it's not going well for him. I'm going to say that we could see a Nexus Iceman on the podium.
You think he can catch
Ox? Well, Ox is on.
Ox is going to have to pit again.
Medium tyres, and Cat's
got
driving
wing
around
damage
with a damaged front wing.
Well, it's true actually, although Iceman's tyres are going to be right on punchy territory at the end of this race.
Don't know, it could happen. He's got good racecraft.
Sorry, I just went near a wall.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Hammer Time's just got back into the lobby, and Joe Burns is tucked up under his rear wing.
Yellow flag sector 2.
Hammer Time getting back in his car.
No, that's Deneen. Castle section, no wing left.
Metzer is also close to this battle with the McLarens, I think. I'm struggling to take control of his car again. Ox finally fits.
Hammer Time see it back in his car before Metzer gets past.
And he's on the softs.
Yellow flag, sector 1, sector 3.
That's Hammer Time back in his car.
That's gifted Joe and Metzer a position. And Ox is on the soft, so he's going to come out right in this battle. This is going to be great for the last few laps. Is that an FTRL train?
Is this an FTRL train?
All the balls of it.
Yeah, Lee Cole saying it's all gone wrong for Deneen. Well, Pagani looks like he is. Yeah, Deneen. Yeah, sorry. He's a really good.
Patient,
he's a good lad. He's Deneen, but it's just whenever I see his name, it just makes you want to sing it.
Yeah, I've been having that problem since his name was announced from the league.
Well, Ox had a good run. Hammer Time is looking like a vulnerable bit of prey. Not there, Ox. No, sensible, good lad.
Beast.
I mean, realistically, the best Ox can hope for is P5, and I would imagine he will get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad recovery drive, but...
Not at all. Oh, God, here we go.
Yeah, Metzer not quite close enough, so Ox and Hammer Time is where it's at.
Yeah, here goes Ox. DM me when the stream finishes. Mate, just message me. I'll read it afterwards. Ox, Hammer Time. Hammer Time just yields position.
Lee's got very excited by the prospect of an FTRL train.
Just with a massive choo-choo. Metzer and Burns. Ooh, my. Yeah.
Oh, that was a bit close.
Many poos.
Commentating always this
Many poos
nervous.
just happened.
It's really used to it. Commentating used to be nice and relaxed. Not anymore.
Used to be. I don't think I've got any fingernails left after this. The amount of gas I'm holding is just unhealthy.
It's just disgusting.
Well, I mean, that's what FTRL does that.
Yeah, Pagani, he's falling back from Stocky. I think he's probably just content with P2 at this point.
Yeah, I think he's quite happy. Right, Iceman, 3.5 seconds is the gap. 7 laps to do it.
Dan's called a safety car.
Lap
So we'll see what
22.
happens there.
I mean, that would be something. That would give you a 1-lap shootout at the end, pretty much.
Be nice.
So that would be chaos.
Well, if one of these lads would like to sort of bin it through the castle section, that'll bring it out.
Can we
Yeah,
just?
Ox.
Can I just take a second to point out the fact that I miss seeing Peatman on track? He's in the stream.
Yeah.
And we genuinely miss you. FTRL Blue Phoenix is in here. He is. He's appeared. Hello, mate.
We appreciate the name change.
He's probably our
Yeah.
biggest ever fan, isn't he, Blue Phoenix?
Yeah, friend of the league,
Yeah.
fair to say.
Other than maybe Grandad Bob.
Or Matt,
Ox,
called
Ox.
his dad.
Could this be a dive by Ox? It's going to be a dive by Ox.
He sent it.
Metzer saw it coming.
Yeah.
And he just avoided the wall on the outside.
When Joe Burns is catching, Iceman is catching Catamies. What?
Metzer
Will
just,
made a funny noise.
Metzer just once again went so late on the brakes, nearly carried into a wall.
Iceman's just lost half a second. He was behind Goy going through the castle section. And Goy, I think, got a bit nervous in there, knowing he had a car behind him, so it's unfortunate,
There's a
but he
back
can do
marker.
it.
It's not where you want a car coming up behind you.
But it spooks like a horse. Ox is going to be... Oh,
No
Joe's,
way. Oh my god.
Ox. I mean, Joe, I think, just clipped that wall. Or he ran over a bit of debris, one or the other.
Well, I mean, Ox massively sent it going into that turn 15. Oh, Bendel. Yellow flag.
Safety car? Come
Are
on.
we going to see it?
Go on.
Goy's pitting, he's missing some wing.
Are we going to see it? Don't think we are.
I can see it in some of the pits.
So Goy's gambled.
Iceman closing in now, 2.6 seconds behind Cap.
Ox is ahead of Joe.
Yeah. Nevertheless, a P6 is still a good recovery for Joe. A P5 is a good recovery for Ox.
Yeah, Dean's still saying it's Soccer's birthday, so I might believe him at this point.
I just want to figure something else. I just want to figure something out quickly whilst we are in a slightly quiet stage of a few laps to go. Okay, so Ox, if he stays in P5, will end up on 32 points. If Pagani comes second, Pagani's going to end up on 30. So Pagani will be 2 points off the championship lead.
Lovely stuff.
No, won't, because we get 17 for third, so he'll be 3 points off. Well,
Ox just get 2 points for Bowler, if you work that one out as well.
oh yeah, good point. So Pagani will be 5 points. Third time lucky.
Stocky would be on 20, because his cat will have a fair few actually, because he did score points in Bahrain as well.
Only one,
Yeah,
yeah.
he got one.
Joe's 6th this time round. What did he get, 3rd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll be on 23.
So we got decent fight. Oh, and stuck him up. And Cooper, of course, on like 17, or did he actually win? I can't remember. got a
That was
terrible number.
P2, wasn't he?
So he's on 17.
Well, Iceman has 4.5 laps to pull 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, his tyres are going to start screaming. But Cat's got wing damage, which obviously gets progressively worse as you lose grip in your tyres. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit scary few laps for these two, I think. Mets are falling off Joe a bit.
Someone wants tyres up on screen.
Yeah, that's your Blue Phoenix. Hasn't got a console anymore, and he'd rather be a fan. So there we go. Actually, Metsu has just brought himself within DRS range.
But Iceman isn't gaining, he needs to push. Push like mad, use everything he's got and just gamble.
So
Get himself on that
Metsu,
podium.
7/10 now. Saw Joe come under late, take Pagani in the last lap. I'm sure he'll be hoping it won't be a reversal of losing position on the last lap for him.
Oh, must be said, Ox only 7 seconds, he's halved that gap in a couple of laps. Surely
I think
not.
Nexus is not enjoying those tyres. And Ox definitely is enjoying those tyres. Metsu, he's going to be closer to have a go here. Although he's gone a bit wide actually on turning.
Yeah, he's not had the best run. Iceman 1.8 seconds now.
Yeah, he's just turned up a bit.
We could see a very interesting end to this race.
Yeah, they're all bunching back up again. And Ox under 7 seconds.
Yellow flag, sector 1. Donzo.
Yeah, Donzo.
Unlucky for Don.
Got a car. Takes 12. Oh God, he's gone. He went incredibly late into the corner. He's scaring me.
Ox is eating away at that time. Nexus Iceman has taken over half a second out. He's got to do half a second a lap now.
Yeah, it's been noticed by his teammate Katz, and Katz winning his teammate on.
Oh, Metsu late on the brakes, just makes the corner.
He's been scaring me with that all race. He was pushing to try and get her in a position to have a go at Joe. 6/10, I mean, maybe. Joe isn't in overtake either, so... Oh, he's just popped it up.
Joe's going to be vulnerable here.
Yeah, could send it.
And they're both in a similar position on battery.
That's going to be a hell of a send though. Oh, he has.
It is one.
He's measured that well.
It's a measured send.
It is. Well recognised and defended by Joe. Oh, Metsa. He struggles with that turn 2 to get a good run.
He does.
Nexus Iceman 1.3 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah. Nexus Katz's teammate really pushing him forward, asking him to push. This is the time for it.
Cameras has run wide. He needs to get in DRS range by the end of this lap. Give himself just some form of hope.
Yeah, he'll be knowing his tyres are hurting, but we'll also be seeing Cat that close. I think I've got to try it.
Yeah, he certainly has. Always very, very sketchy through that castle section. Just trying to make sure. Catamaze has had a slightly better run out of the castle section than in there.
Met's half a second to Joe.
Don't think he's going to be in DRS range on this lap. What I've noticed is every single corner Catamaze is coming out of, he's putting the car up into overtake and then immediately putting it down just to get himself something, should I say.
Met's is he going to be close to the time?
Point is here, coming up. There's the detection. I think he was just
got it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Met's 5 attempts again. Is he going to try another send? Nope. No, he's not in overtake this time round.
Catamaze, here we go. This is a straight out fight for the final podium spot. Let's hope there's nothing silly in this.
Don't think there will be.
Oh, messes it the wall.
Whoa. He's still got his wing, luckily.
Now, Iceman just needs to now wait. Wait for the opportunity. Don't try and force it.
Yeah, this is the lap to do it. So if you can build a little gap through lap 26, you should get to the line.
They're both running 0 ERS through here.
Identical ERS as well, in terms of battery.
Enticing battle. Along with Metzer and Joe as well. Pretty much the same distance away from each other as Iceman and Cat. Really, Mr. Castle section both taking that at a pension's
Very
pace.
cautiously, yeah. Oh, Iceman's not had the best run out the top.
Pensioners place. Nice alliteration there, Will.
Nice.
Right.
Stocky just lost half of his wing apparently.
Yeah,
Don't think it's going to affect him though.
He should be alright, yeah. Right, here we go.
Yeah, next is Iceman, sorry. Donzo, 5-second penalty, ignoring blue flag. Stocky's lost a lot of time already to Pagani. He's lost 2 seconds.
Here goes Iceman. On the outside.
Yeah,
Oh, it's the inside.
Katame's just in medium. So what Katame's will do is he'll turn up to hot lap after he goes around turn 1. That's what I think he'll do.
Down the inside of Joe Burns.
Yellow flag.
It's Donzo, I think.
There you go, there's Katame's up into hot lap. He's going to try and go back at him now. Final lap of the race. Oh, Iceman's had a fairly good exit. Oh dear.
Metzer's ahead of Joe.
Oh dear.
This is that dangerous send it range. Iceman defends. He's positioned his car well, but he's
tagged the wall.
He turned in too early and then had to correct himself. Here goes Joe Burns around the outside of Metzer. Not quite has it. Metzer keeps inside, but he's going to try it. Oh, he's tagged in.
He's turned in on him.
Oh, there's too many battles going on.
I mean, it's the exact same as the Metzer and Joe. Joe eased off.
Oh, Katame's at the back of Iceman. Oh.
There he goes. Through that castle section. Big slide from Iceman on the exit. Pagani 10 seconds now to Stocky.
It's essentially done though. Oh, right, there's 2 battles to keep an eye on here. Iceman needs a good exit out of here. Katame's has got a fairly good one. This is going to be close.
It's all about this corner.
Oh,
Cat's gone
deep. He has got him. Oh, he's just. I don't.
Iceman.
He's got the run now.
He's done it, I think.
I think Iceman's got him.
Oh, Joe Burns has gone in deep as well.
Stocky takes the win. Next aspect is retired. Here comes Katame's. Here comes Katame's.
Oh god.
Here comes Katame's.
Oh, it's going to be close.
He's done it. Katame's has got him. And here comes Joe. Here comes Joe.
Oh.
Joe hasn't got enough, I don't think.
Oh. Wow, that was close.
Pitman's watched a different race. He's commended Iceman on the podium. He's in a parallel universe.
Pitman's got the alternative ending version of this race.
Yeah.
Wow. But that was a very different race to what I expected, I must say.
It's another good one, though.
That's so unlucky for Iceman. I mean, both, considering Katame's had wing damage, he's valiantly got himself a podium. Iceman deserved the podium as well. That's so unlucky. Oxox, good recovery. All round a very good race. Enjoyed that. Well, gentlemen, in the stream, give us your driver of the day. I think I know who you're all going to say, but nevertheless, give us a driver of the day.
I'm going for Pagani.
Yeah, I'm also going to say Pagani.
Superior strategy. Gets him second.
I think Nexus Iceman deserves a shout.
I think he's definitely a notable shout out. Yep.
So does Stocky, first race of the season. There we go. So, final classifications for the race, obviously before penalties or any reports, is as follows. Stocky takes the first win of his season in this first race of his season, with Pagani battling back from 9th place on the grid to take a well-deserved P2. Katamies rounds off the podium after a thrilling end with Nexus Iceman, who picks up P4. Ox drops from 1st to 5th, but a good recovery drive nonetheless. Big Metzer starts 7th, ended up 6th, just getting Joe Burns on the final lap of the race. Come home 7th, just in front of his teammate Hammer Time in P8, with the 2 racing points of Steph and Deneen, who's not had the best start to the season in terms of his racecraft with his punches. Ran off the top 10. The last 2 finishes were Goykarp in P11 and Donzo in P12. We had 4 retirements from Nexus Aspect, Bendel, FTRL Bottle and the FTRL Jesper. So that puts an end to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And then what we will do now is we will just get in the podium sitters. Okay, so we'll just wait for them to join us. Just give us a couple of seconds. Okay, gentlemen, good evening to you all. So these are our podium sitters for the evening. If you can just all double check you're allowing your voice to be shared before we start with the podium interviews, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Good lad. Right, Stocky, coming to you. First of all, mate, am I correct in saying this is your birthday, or have I been pulled, had my leg pulled here?
You've had your leg pulled. My birthday's in May.
Yeah, fair enough. I did think to myself that I'd recently wished you a happy birthday, but yeah.
That Dean guy, he's full of a word I shouldn't say on stream.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just gonna. Unfortunately, this will be the last stream that Dean is watching, as we're going to block him from it now. So yeah. No, nevertheless, mate. First race of the season. Obviously, you missed out in Bahrain, and luckily for you, France was cancelled last week. But you've come straight in with a couple of days' practice. Am I right in saying that the practice weren't going as well as what you would have liked?
Yeah, I mean, I was struggling a lot on Monday with the middle sector, but today it actually went a lot better. But I had a bit of a scare at about 5 o'clock where I just started crashing, so I was like, oh crap. But thankfully I saved my crashing for lap 25 and 26.
Yeah, I was going to say, in terms of qualifying, you tend to normally be, typically, from whenever I've seen you racing, you tend to be on the front row as a minimum. Obviously you started P3 tonight, so not miles away. How was qualifying for you? Did you leave a little bit out there, or did you just give it everything and it just weren't quite enough?
The mediums lap I did was alright. That was fine. It was the first soft lap I knocked half my wing off in the castle and I managed to save it for 37.9, and then on my last run there were 3 cars coming out of the pits when I was going through turn 1, and I just got a little bit, I don't know, distracted and missed the apex of 2 and then hit the wall in 3, so I just got tired.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone else can hear that. It just sounds like distraction to me. But yeah, sorry. No, I'm a joking, mate. But no, nevertheless, it was a pretty solid start to the race for you. Obviously, Ox, did he just overshoot the first corner, or?
It looked like he just ploughed it into turn 2. From my point of view, I don't know what happened from his side, but it just looked like
I was in a party with him and he told us his car just didn't brake at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just said it did look like he just went straight into the wall. That's what happened to me on the last 2 laps. I couldn't turn. I had loads of grip and then I was just sliding everywhere the last 2 laps.
Yeah.
And I was in second gear in the castle the last 2 laps and I still couldn't turn.
Yeah, well, I mean, moving forward, obviously you had a little scrap with Deneen at the start of the race. Obviously, once Ox was kind of out the way.
Yeah.
Did that kind of, once Ox was out of the way, obviously you know, typically to most people, you two seem like the two it's going to be between this season in terms of the championship. Did that kind of release the stress a little bit, like going to the rest of the race, or was you still quite sort of tense come the start of the race?
I was quite tense at the start because I wanted to see where I fit in when everyone's in kind of league race kind of mindset.
Yeah.
But I felt good at the start when Ox had his moment. For sure, it was relieving, but I was confident I would be able to get up to him, even if he didn't crash. But it just took away a bit of a battle that could have happened in the race. So it was a shame, really. But
yeah,
I'll take it.
I'm sure we're going to see plenty of them this season between you two. So I'd probably savour the moment if I was you. But I mean, just going forward into the rest of the race, I mean, was it as plain sailing as it looked? Because I mean, before, as Pagani was leading the race and then he came into pit, he came out only a few seconds behind, and we knew that he was going to be certainly challenging towards the end. And then once you got past, I think it was when you got past Katamies or Steph, one of the two, you seemed to just pull away. Was that like the most important phase of the race for you, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I always think those first few laps after the pit stop, they're always the most important.
Yeah.
Because it's when you can use your tyres before you settle into the long second stint that's normally on these games. Getting past Steph was a little bit difficult because he was on mullered tyres, so I had to pick the moment quite well, but I had to get past him before Cat got away, so I had to go for a bit of a bold move in the middle sector. And getting past Cat was just on the DRS. Can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, Cat gave it everything tonight, and yeah, even ended the race with a lot of wing damage, I think. So, but I'm sure we'll get to that at some point. But nevertheless, final one from me, mate, was how you feeling going towards the rest of the season? Obviously, with Ox not having, you know, the best result tonight. Don't get me wrong, he still recovered very, very well to get to P5, but
yeah,
that's gained probably a few more points than what you would have expected this evening.
Yeah.
So
I think he got the fastest lap.
We don't do fastest lap points anymore. That's purely just for pole position. Yeah, so he'd obviously get the 2 points for pole, but nevertheless, you've still gained a good 8 points on him. So is the championship? Is that the aim for you this season, mate? You're going to go for the championship? You're going to be brave enough to say you are?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Top man. Well, Spain next week. How's that going to be for you?
Hopefully a good one. I do enjoy Spain, so hopefully a similar result to this week, minus the 2 crashes.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to you, mate, and massive congratulations. First win of the season, first race of the season. Perfect result, so well done from me, mate.
Thank you. Well done to the other two as well, Pagani and Cat. Good race for us. Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Hello,
Right.
Pagani.
Hi, Will. What am I doing here?
I don't know. So, obviously, it's great to see you back on the podium. You weren't very confident about Baku coming into it, but
I don't know what happened.
is this
I don't have a clue.
Reignited your confidence in Baku?
No. The car was a dog. An absolute dog.
Right.
I got fresh tyres, I thought, ooh, I might try and push, and then I saw Stocky just pull like 1.7 seconds on the first lap. I got past Cat, I thought, right, that's that done, just sit back, P2. But, qualifying surprised me. The fact that I was the highest person on the medium. Like, I didn't expect everyone to go on the soft.
Yeah, that strategy of yours, it turned out actually, you know, your usual sort of medium to hard one stop turned out to be a bit of a alternate strategy. Did you know, when you did that lap, were you like a bit confident that they were on the soft? Are you thinking this is working out for them?
No, I did one run on the medium, and I was just in front of Guy. So I thought, right, I'll do the first 2 sectors on the medium, see how much time I've gained. And I thought, you know what, sod it, just go with it. So I ended up starting right in the mid pack, which is where I didn't want to be. Yeah, luckily I missed everything.
Yeah, you got sort of straight up there the first lap. We saw in the latter stages, you and Kat had, well, possibly the longest side-by-side battle I've ever seen. And then it got very scary at the end of it. Very scary at the end of it. What was that like?
What, I think side by side from the straight until the castle section.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Cat got
got his nose up the inside. I thought, right, he's either going to let off or we're going to have a crash. I thought, I'm not giving in. I've given in for the last 3 seasons. I'm not giving in now, so that I'm going for it. Luckily, he just pulled back and let me go. I don't know what happened to Cat. He sort of seemed to fall away, like more or less after that.
Damage. But yeah, so you've just sort of narrowly missed out on promotion in the past severe. Is this definitely the aim, promotion this season?
I mean, what I think the front 3 of Stocky, Ox, and probably Cooper are probably just that bit quicker than me.
Yeah.
However, Deneen got very unlucky today. I think he got another puncture. That scared me. I caught him on the downhill left, so he's pulled up against the wall on the right. Fortunately, that's my racing line, so I mean, straight in the back of him. But yeah, to get 2 punctures in 2 races, he's pretty unlucky.
Very unlucky.
Yeah, I think myself, Deneen, Joe, Tell, I think there's a group of us about the same pace. And Cat, obviously, if he can have a clean race, which he's doing more and more now. So
I'm hearing yes, promotion.
yeah, yes, why not?
So next week we've got Spain, of course.
Oh,
Do you like Spain?
Yes, no, I don't. No, can't stand Spain. I did win a 5-lapper. I did win a 5-lapper at Spain. But yeah,
That's something.
if I can get top 6, that's probably my aim for most races this season. But besides Monaco, which is just to survive. So P6.
Nice. Well, you got driver of the day from everyone in the commentary box.
Oh.
So.
Thank you very much.
Yep. So brilliant drive, and it's great to see you in the podium again with P2.
Cheers, boys. Pleasure to be here as always, and congrats to Stocky and Cat.
Hi, Cat.
Hello.
Well, that's a bit of a contrast from Bahrain, isn't it? Better qualifying, better race, just all round better, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was somewhat better, even though I felt for the whole race that I'm really slow, but I managed to keep it out of the walls, so that's, well, almost completely out of the walls, but I was still a bit surprised that I got the podium.
Yeah, well, it was a well-deserved podium. Plenty of action going on in that race for you, most notably towards the end. Just talk us through, from your perspective, those last few laps with Iceman closing up and getting past, and then you having to retake him down towards the line. I mean, that was a bit dramatic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was trying to push, but with that car, I was sliding all over the place. I couldn't brake where I wanted. I couldn't do anything. So it was just trying to survive, and I hope that he won't catch me. And then he actually caught me, and it was really close on the line. I was really happy to overtake him on the line.
Can you remember what lap it was you actually picked up that wing damage? Because I think you were driving around for a good 7 or 8 laps with it.
I think it was like lap 18 or 19, something like that. But I didn't notice like any harm out of that front wing.
So it didn't affect you that badly then.
Yeah, because the car was awful to drive even before that.
Okay, well, we've just about covered the race. What are your season aspirations? Are you aiming for a promotion back up to F1?
I don't think it's possible at the moment, even though I am a bit more confident that I can fight, but I think there are just a few guys too fast for me.
Okay, and what about Spain? What about Spain next week? Is that a good circuit for you, or?
If I finish the race, I will be happy. I hate Spain. It's There's no grip, there's no nothing, you can't overtake, you can't do anything there, and that's just awful track.
Yeah, I share that sentiment. Anyway, well done tonight, mate, and good luck for next week and the rest of the season.
Thanks.
Right, well, I'm going to come on the record and say that you should ignore these two negative gentlemen because Spain's an amazing track. So, anyway, so we are rounding
Spain is
off.
awful.
Okay, right, Pagani's now banned from the league. Right, so we are here for the final division races of the week, should I say, tomorrow night with the F3 boys, see how they get on at Baku. Their first time having a league race around a street circuit, so that should be thoroughly entertaining. So we should have good numbers there tomorrow night. Please come and join Simon and Pagani, who I'm sure will still be buzzing after tonight's result. So that should make for a good commentary tomorrow night. And then as of next week, myself, Panda, and Simon, I'm sure, will join all of you to watch the Spanish Grand Prix unfold for round 4 of the championship. Goodness, already weirdly saying we're kind of approaching the midway point of the season after next week, so it's certainly all going to start taking shape. So thank you all very much for joining us tonight. Nearly 300 comments in the stream, 20 odd people watching it, so the support's been amazing, and we will see you tomorrow night. So thank you very much and good night.